Welcome to the Virtual College Exploration Program for all Missouri students, sponsored by StriveScan and the Missouri Association of College Admission Counseling. Thank you so much for joining us. Tonight, you will be hearing from Missouri State University West Plains. Just a few housekeeping items before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off so our presenters cannot see or hear you. Again, you can sign up for more sessions at the Missouri Association of College Admission Counseling website, which is MOACAC.org, and we have a few more sessions available this week. And as a reminder, this recording will be available at that same website in about a week. So I am going to turn it over to our panelist.
Thank you so much. My name is Rachel Peterson. I am the recruitment specialist here at Missouri State University West Plains, and I am a graduate of Missouri State West Plains, so I am a Grizzly, and I am also a graduate of Missouri State University, and so I'm also a Bear. My territories include Southwest Missouri, Mid-Missouri, and Northern Arkansas. I'm going to turn it over to our admission counselor, Lindsay Hicks, to introduce herself.
Hi, my name is Lindsay Hicks, and I'm the admission counselor here at Missouri State West Plains. I'm also a Missouri State West Plains graduate, where I transferred to Missouri State University and obtained my Bachelor of Science in Psychology. My recruiting territories include Southeast and South Central Missouri and the St. Louis area.
Hi, I'm Melissa Jett, regardless of what it says on my screen. I am the coordinator of admission here at Missouri State West Plains, and I'll pop back in a little later to talk to you about applying for admission.
Okay, thanks, ladies. I do have our contact information on this slide. This slide will appear again at the end of our session. So if you don't have an opportunity to jot down our email addresses here, this will show up again. Additionally, you can find all of our contact information on our website, on our Facebook page, on our Instagram, on our Twitter. So definitely check out Missouri State West Plains and feel free to reach out to us. And we look forward to hearing your questions throughout this session. So I'm just going to start by telling you a little bit about Missouri State University West Plains, who we are, how we fit into the Missouri State University system. We are the two-year open admission campus of the system. We are an A+ eligible institution, and we are independently accredited. So that means we are not a branch campus, but rather we are a sister school to the Springfield campus of Missouri State University, as well as the research campus at Missouri State University Mountain Grove. Additionally, we have two of our own branch campuses, and you'll learn a little bit more about those later on in this session. So Missouri State West Plains opened our doors in 1963. So we have been around for a while. We have over 1,900 students currently enrolled, and our students come from 67 counties in Missouri, 23 states in the country, and 8 countries throughout the world. So if you become a student of Missouri State West Plains, you're going to have an opportunity to learn with students from all around the globe, and that really enhances your learning opportunity. Our average class size is 15, so we are a smaller campus, smaller classes. You really get a lot of one-on-one attention. We have several different course offerings, so we have seated courses, we have several online courses, and then we have a lot of blended courses, which is a combination of seated and online. 94% of our students receive financial aid. So that includes state aid as well as federal aid. So we have a really great financial aid package, and we are a very affordable campus. We are located in West Plains, Missouri, which is South Central Missouri, 20 miles north of the Arkansas border. We are the largest city within a 100-mile radius, with the exception of Mountain Home, Arkansas. So as a big city in a rural part of the state, we have to have a lot of amenities for a lot of people throughout our communities. And so there's lots of things to do, lots of restaurants, lots of shopping. It's a beautiful part of the state. It's a great place to be. And so that's where we're located, is in West Plains. Again, it is a smaller town, so with 13,000 people, but full college experience in a small town environment. So I'm going to turn it over to Lindsay now to talk to you about our majors and some of our popular majors. So Lindsay, take it on.
So as you can see here, we offer several majors at our campus that are transfer and career programs with dedicated and compassionate faculty. So it's really important that we highlight the dedicated and compassionate faculty because they are definitely there to assist you throughout your college education. We have 15 students per one faculty member, so you definitely get that one-on-one connection, and you definitely develop maybe even a friendship with your instructors, and they'll definitely be there for you. So I won't go over every single degree program that we offer. So later on throughout this presentation, you may hear us refer to our majors as associate degrees. So we'll use those hand in hand. But some of our most popular majors include general studies. So if you're uncertain about which educational program that you're wanting to go into, probably you'll want to start with general studies. Or maybe if you're torn between a couple different career options, then you can definitely begin there. Or maybe if you're like myself, so I started out with the Associate of Arts in General Studies, and then I transferred to Missouri State University where I obtained my Bachelor of Science in Psychology. So if you don't see a degree program listed here for you, we may have different options for you for your first 2 years. So definitely maybe drop what you're interested in studying in the Q&A, and we can definitely get back with you to see what degree program will fit with your future educational goals. We also offer the Associate of Arts in Health Professions. So that degree program is the first 2 years of any pre-med program, whether you're wanting to go into occupational therapy or physical therapy and things like that. Also, teaching, that's the first 2 years of any teaching program, whether you're wanting to go into elementary education or secondary education. We also have pre-engineering. So we have a partnership with Missouri S&T. So typically this will be the first 2 years of your engineering program. Then you can transfer directly into your junior year at Missouri S&T or Missouri State University. We also have a great business program as well as computer graphics and programming. So that is game development. We also have an amazing ag program. So whether you're wanting to go into ag business or ag ed, or maybe even general agriculture, we definitely have the first 2 years here for you. We'll move right along into GOCAT. So we also have extended opportunities, one being through GOCAT, and GOCAT stands for Greater Ozark Center for Advanced Technology. So below here, you'll see several different technology programs that we offer through GOCAT. So these programs are designed to have hands-on technical training that will prepare you for the workforce, or you can transfer those credits directly into a bachelor's degree at a later point if you decide that you want to further your education. We also have extended opportunities at our branch campus at Shannon Hall in Mountain Grove, Missouri. So if you are closer to the Mountain Grove area and you're wanting to attain your Associate of Arts in General Studies, you can definitely take seated courses at their campus as well. They also have a great academic advising program there. So if you have any questions regarding your degree or maybe your degree audit, which is basically an educational plan, you can definitely stop by and ask them there also. So after you complete your associate degree at our campus, we have several different bachelor's and master's degrees through Missouri State Outreach. So those are classes that you'll take after your 2 years with us. So you'll be a Missouri State Springfield student, but you can take classes at our West Plains location. So several of those degree programs are listed below. Many of these are seated. However, we do offer some online programs. So if you're maybe working full-time, we definitely have options for you also. Some of these popular bachelor's degrees include general agriculture, our Bachelor of Science in Nursing, psychology, and elementary education. And then if you want to further your education after you receive your bachelor's degree, we definitely have several master's programs if you're wanting to stay within the education field and maybe advance, or we have social work, teaching, and counseling. We have several resources for you at our campus, so we are here to help you succeed. So several of the student resources that we have available to you are our tutoring lab. So through tutoring, we have free tutoring that will help you succeed, whether it be in English, math, or science. You can either just walk in or you can schedule an appointment to meet with a tutor to get additional assistance with your coursework. We also have a career services. So through career services, that will help you with job placement and career exploration. We also have disability support services where you can receive additional accommodations and placement. And then lastly, several other resources we have are proactive advising. So earlier I was mentioning that you will have a degree audit. So every semester you will meet with an academic advisor and go over your academic plan to make sure that you're staying on track to graduate on time. We also have a veteran services program. So this is where you can receive extra support and services for those who qualify. So if either your parent or guardian have been in the military, you may qualify for additional benefits, whether it be from the GI Bill, so that will help pay for your education, or if you just need a quiet study space, you can definitely stop by our Veterans Center also. And then lastly, we have testing services where you can receive placement testing. So maybe if you haven't taken the ACT yet at this time, that's okay. We're an open admission campus, so we don't require the ACT for admission purposes. So you'll be able to take what's called the AccuPlacer at our campus to place you into those math and English courses. Another option is that if you didn't place as in your desired courses, maybe you have testing anxiety, you can definitely take the AccuPlacer to challenge out of courses that you may have been placed in with based on your ACT score.
Okay, thank you, Lindsay. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the fun things to do on campus outside of the classroom. So student engagement. We have over 25 student organizations in a traditional year, and so that allows students an opportunity to find something that they're excited about, that they're interested in, and hang out with other students who are excited about and interested in those same things. We also have a couple of several study abroad opportunities during a traditional year to places like China and Costa Rica. Our professional services program is something that's really special. Students have an opportunity to see a healthcare provider like a doctor or a nurse practitioner if they're not feeling well, talk to an attorney for legal advice. If you want to see a mental health provider, you can have free counseling sessions, notary services. Those professional services are included as part of the student fee at no additional cost to students while they're here, and that's something that's really helpful to our students. We also have an honors program. So the William and Virginia Darr Honors Program here at Missouri State West Plains seeks to create a collegial environment that nurtures and empowers students of high academic and/or artistic potential to become educated persons. So students who are interested in the honors program would apply for that program, go through an interview process, and it's just really a neat experience. Students who graduate from Missouri State West Plains honors program have automatic acceptance into the honors program at Missouri State University in Springfield. Additionally, we have indoor and outdoor theater activities. So as part of our indoor theater, that's located at the West Plains Civic Center, which is owned by the City of West Plains. Parts of it are managed by the university, including the theater. Oftentimes they will have illusionists, plays, musicals, pianists, and more. Additionally, they oftentimes have outdoor events at the amphitheater, which is located in the central part of campus. As a matter of fact, there is an illusionist at the amphitheater this evening. Also, the amphitheater allows for students to have meetings, concerts, jam sessions, worship sessions, just really anything that they want to do, just go out and hang out when the weather's beautiful. So that's another nice thing that we have on our campus. The Student Rec Center, that is for just a place for students to get together and have fun. There is a full-size basketball court, full-size volleyball court, a racquetball court. Additionally, events are held there, student events and student activities like Zumba, career fairs, our Welcome Week activities, and a lot of other things are held at the Student Rec Center. It is a FEMA shelter, so it's a place where students can go in case of inclement weather and know that they're in a safe environment. And then finally, we have pool and fitness, also located at the West Plains Civic Center. It is a collegiate-sized pool, so it's a huge pool. You can go and swim, get some exercise, take some water aerobics classes, and then we have an amazing fitness center that's located there in the West Plains Civic Center, and that, again, is free to our students. We are the Grizzlies, and so Missouri State University is the Bears, Missouri State West Plains is the Grizzlies, and we are NJCAA Division I athletics, and so we have a men's basketball team and a women's volleyball team. Both teams are nationally recognized. Our Lady Grizzlies have won the national tournament more times than I can remember, and this year and the next 2 years afterwards, we are hosting the national volleyball tournament. So our community has a lot of pride for Grizzly athletics. We also have a co-ed cheer team and a Grizzly Madness pep club. Students can get into the athletic events for free of charge with their student ID. It's a really fun thing to do. One of our most popular activities outside of the classroom is for students to go to the athletic events and just get together and show their Grizzly pride. So just a little bit of information about housing. Certainly, we have several housing options. Our Grizzly House is located in the center of campus. It houses 60 students. It is 4-person suite with a community room, 19 meals per week. It looks like a typical residence hall, and it is a little bit less expensive than our other residence hall, which is the Grizzly Lofts. Those are managed by the university. They are privately owned, but our students do live in the Grizzly Lofts, and they are stunning. Exposed brick, wood beam ceilings, vaulted ceilings. It's a really neat place to live, really in the heart near the heart of downtown West Plains and very close to campus. We do have a housing policy. All single students who are under the age of 21 with fewer than 30 college credit hours who come from outside our traditional 7-county service area will live in one of the 2 residence halls. And then students who are from our service area have the option to live in one of the 2 residence halls. It's a really great place to have a cohort of friends that you can hang out with, people that you can study with, people that you might carpool with to go to Walmart or to the movies. So living in on-campus housing is a really special part of the college experience. Our housing contract will become available after January 24th of 2021 for those of you who are seniors, and you'll be able to, we'll talk later about how you can submit that housing contract. Another thing I want to mention about our campus before we move on is we do have a police substation that's located on the edge of campus, and so that allows for our local law enforcement officers to kind of be here and be available to assist students if the need arises.
Okay, so then an important factor of attending college is how you're going to pay to go to college. So we take pride in being affordable and receiving a quality education. So some of the financial aid options we have at our campus are the A+ state funded scholarship. So we are an A+ institution. So that A+ scholarship will cover your tuition and your common fees at our campus. In order to maintain your A+ scholarship while you are a student, you will need to maintain a 2.5 GPA. We'll also need your high school transcript with the A+ seal, and that will give us an effective date so we're able to apply your A+ scholarship. If you're interested in being the part of the A+ program, you'll definitely want to contact your high school counselor or your A+ coordinator to get involved in the program. And then the FAFSA. So the FAFSA stands for Free Application for Federal Student Aid. So the FAFSA will determine if you qualify for any federal and state grants. So Pell Grants, as some of you may heard, student loans, you can apply for those. So Pell Grants is money available to you that you won't have to pay back. Versus student loans, you'll have to pay back those student loans with interest after graduation. We also have the Core of Opportunity and the Work Study Program, which is similar to working for your tuition. So you must complete that FAFSA application to receive the A+ scholarship, and the Pell Grant will pay before the A+ scholarship. The FAFSA is available as of now. It opened up on October 1st. So you want to go ahead and begin completing that FAFSA application to ensure that you receive the most available funding to you. So our Missouri State West Plains Federal School Code is 031060. So once you complete that FAFSA application, you'll want to ensure that you enter in that school code, because it takes about 7 to 14 business days for our campus to even receive that FAFSA application. So it's really important that you enter in that school code to all of the schools that you are interested in attending. And the priority deadline for that FAFSA application is February 1st for several grants and that work study program. So you definitely want to submit your FAFSA before February 1st. We also have a catch-all scholarship application. Our scholarship deadline is March 1st for those that are seniors, and you must be admitted to the university to apply for scholarships. So some of the scholarships that we offer at our campus are institutional scholarships. So these institutional scholarships will transfer with you if you're planning on attending Missouri State University after your first 2 years with us, as long as you maintain academic eligibility. And we also have several other private scholarships available within that catch-all scholarship application. We also have a student ambassador program. So the student ambassadors are a part of our recruitment team. So if you are interested in maybe being a student ambassador and giving private tours whenever you begin classes at our campus, then you'll definitely need to submit that scholarship application by that March 1st deadline. And so you will definitely want to invest in your future and furthering your education, because studies indicate that having a degree pays for itself in a lifetime earning potential. So on the right-hand side in the green box, you will see the required student fees. So this is a breakdown of our tuition every year based on 30 college credit hours. So typically college students will take about 12 to 15 college credits each semester in order to be considered a full-time student. So that will kind of give you the cost of what it's going to be to begin school at our campus. And then for non-Missouri residents, we have the tuition listed for you, but definitely get in contact with us if you are not a Missouri resident, and we can give you more information about our tuition and course fees. Also below here, you will see the cost of living on campus. So this is based on every school year. So that is still based on the summer and the spring semester. And you will pay these by each semester broken down. And within your housing includes 19 meals per week. So you won't have to purchase a meal plan separately. If you don't live on campus, you can still purchase a meal plan separately at our campus. Also, 94% of our students receive some form of financial aid, whether it be from scholarships or through that FAFSA application that you submit. We do take pride that our fees are lower than most four-year colleges. We also have the comprehensive scholarship and financial aid program that I mentioned previously. And also another important factor when it comes to considering colleges is that several A+ recipients may receive Missouri State West Plains scholarships that are stackable. So you can receive many scholarships that become available to you versus receiving one scholarship. So we'll definitely give you several opportunities to receive any of the scholarships through that catch-all scholarship application that's due by March 1st. I'll send it over to Missy.
Thank you, Lindsay. So I'm going to tell you how easy it is to become a Grizzly. As Lindsay and Rachel have said, we are the open admission campus of the Missouri State University system. Again, that means we don't require a certain ACT, SAT, or GPA from high school in order to be admissible to Missouri State West Plains. I believe that everyone should have access to a college education. Our application process is very simple. You submit an application for admission that's available on our website. There is no fee to apply for admission. It's absolutely free. We will need your in-progress high school transcript. You can contact your counseling office and they know how to send that to us. We'll finalize your admission after you graduate, so don't worry about that. Go ahead and have your transcript sent during your senior year. Also, if you have taken college credit while you're in high school through a dual credit or dual enrollment program, there'll be an opportunity on the application for you to indicate that you have taken college credit, and be sure and list the universities or colleges through which you've taken those. And that will give us a cue that we are looking for a college transcript at some point so that we can get those courses added to your Missouri State University transcript. And for those of you who have been taking dual credit while you're in high school through Missouri State University West Plains, we do ask that you go ahead and complete the freshman application. That's important because we need to know that you're making that transition from a high school student to a degree-seeking student. We need to know what major you'll be pursuing, and that also puts you into a category, that, as I said, that refers to you as a degree-seeking student who has completed high school, and that makes you eligible to apply for scholarships and apply for federal and state financial aid. And then once you receive your admission packet, you'll be able to finish up your Grizz Biz. The application packet is going to have information in it that will allow you to set up your university accounts. That will include your email account, which will be an official way you can communicate with your faculty members or with offices here on campus. And it will also give you access to My Grizzly Den. That's your portal that you will utilize throughout the time that you're a student here. As an incoming student, it's important that you go ahead and set up that Grizzly Den account as soon as you receive your acceptance packet, because that is your key to get into the scholarship application, which, as she mentioned, has a March 1 deadline, and it's also required in order to access the housing application. And then finally, you will attend a STAR orientation. That's our freshman orientation program, where you will meet with your academic advisor. You will select and register for your classes. You'll be able to reserve your textbooks at that time, and basically everything that you need to do to be prepared to start class in August and feel confident walking on campus.
Well, thank you, Missy. So now that you've heard everything there is to know about our campus, well, not everything, but the highlights, we're sure that you're interested in visiting campus. You have most likely watched several of these and are looking at several different campuses right now. And so we encourage you to visit campus. That's really a good way to know if it's the right place for you. Once you set foot on campus, you know if it feels like your college and your home. We are offering in-person private tours. Those are being offered by our university student ambassadors. At those, you will be social distancing, and the university does have a masking policy, which we will share with you when you schedule your private tour. If you're not comfortable coming to campus or you're not able to, we can also do a virtual tour with you. Again, on our website, you will be able to find that virtual tour, and we are working on a virtual tour video, which will be released in the next month or so. Also, you are welcome to schedule a virtual appointment with an admissions representative. So that would be with me, with Lindsay, or with Erica, who works in our office. If you'd like to schedule an appointment with us, you can do that. A lot of times students are very interested in meeting with a current student. And so if you'd like to schedule a virtual appointment with one of our university student ambassadors, again, that is all done on that same webpage. So that is WP, as in West Plains, .MissouriState.edu and /campus visit. If you want to apply, it's that same address, WP.MissouriState.edu /apply now. So definitely fill out the application if you're a senior. It's not too early to apply for admission. And if you're interested in visiting our campus, either virtually or in person, definitely go to that website and schedule your appointment to visit with us. As I mentioned at the beginning, here is a screen again with our contact information. So if you have questions for any of us and you're not comfortable putting those in the chat, you can send any of us an email or contact our office. We are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Check out our social media accounts. We have a Facebook account. Again, we have Instagram. So check us out on those accounts to keep up to date with what's going on our campus. And we look forward to having the opportunity to serve you as students in the future. And so I think we will kind of open it up for questions. And I know Lindsay has been monitoring that. And so Lindsay, do you have some questions for us?
Okay, so it looks like we do have a few questions that came in. So if either of you want to jump in at any point, definitely feel free to do so. So our first question is, how do I apply for the work study program? So within that work study program, you'll simply need to complete the FAFSA application, which is that free application for federal student aid that I was mentioning earlier, and you want to check yes, that you are interested in work study program, and our financial aid office will get back to you as soon as possible. And then another question, let's see. We have one, can I bring my pet to campus? Would either of you want to touch base on that?
I'll go ahead and talk about pets because that's one of my favorite subjects. I would love to bring all my pets to work with me every day. But of course, Missouri State University West Plains has policies in place to allow for service animals. And we also have a process for emotional support animals. So when you complete your housing application, there'll be an opportunity for you to indicate that. And then you'll work with Douglas, the Director of Housing, and he will be able to help you follow through that process so that you can bring your emotional support or a service animal with you to campus.
Thank you, Melissa. And another question we have, can I bring my diploma into your office to get admitted? Or do my transcripts need to be sent by mail, or can they be sent by email?
So that's a really good question. We get asked that a lot. I think that when we were talking earlier about the admission process, one of the things that was mentioned is we can admit you with an in-progress transcript prior to your high school graduation as a courtesy to you. And then once you finish high school, we do need your final official transcript. The ways that we can receive transcripts at this point is by mail from the school, directly to Missouri State West Plains, or by email from a school official to Missouri State West Plains, or through some sort of exchange like the National Student Clearinghouse. So students can bring a copy of their high school diploma, but we really need a transcript that shows a graduation date and the courses taken, as well as test scores. And you can bring that to us, but we cannot use that as official unless it is in a sealed envelope and has not been opened, and it's provided directly from the school to you. If you bring that to us, we can hang on to that and use that 2 weeks before the semester begins to admit you with an in-progress transcript as a courtesy, but we will need that final official transcript.
Okay, thank you, Rachel. Are there any jobs on campus? So we do have several job opportunities for students at our campus. So several of those may be through the Corps of Opportunity. So you may have a desk job, or we also have several different jobs on campus through our work study program. And then we also have various jobs on our campus, which you can visit with Human Resources. So typically those jobs will be posted and available to you through your student email. So you'll definitely want to make sure that you're keeping track of your student email to see if there are any current jobs available.
And just to elaborate, when Lindsay mentions the Corps of Opportunity, that is a scholarship program offered here at Missouri State University West Plains. It is a work for tuition type program, and so that's another scholarship. So you do want to fill out that, just another reason to fill out that scholarship application.
And then we have a question about registration. When will I be able to register for classes? I've already been accepted to your university, but I'm unsure of the next step. So all of our first-time freshmen are required to attend what's called STAR orientation. And during that STAR orientation, you will have some opportunities to meet with several different students. So you'll also get to make friends while you're at STAR orientation. And you'll also have a scheduled appointment to sit down and meet with an advisor and go over your degree plan and register for classes. You'll also listen to additional informational programs to tell you a little bit about campus and what to expect when attending our campus. And we do have several dates. Typically, STAR orientation for the fall semester will begin in May. So you'll definitely want to begin registering for that as soon as you are admitted to the university. So the sooner you register for STAR orientation, the more course opportunities that you'll have to register for on our campus. Okay, let me see what other questions. Can I start school at Missouri State West Plains, then transfer to a four-year school besides Missouri State University in Springfield?
So yes, we have students transferring all over the country, as a matter of fact. You can start here, get your Associate of Arts in General Studies or one of the other transfer degrees like health professions, pre-engineering, even agriculture, business, education, and transfer really anywhere across the country. However, there are some benefits to transferring to Missouri State University in Springfield. And those include, as Lindsay mentioned earlier, the institutional scholarships. So again, students who receive institutional scholarships with us will continue to get those scholarships if they transfer to Missouri State West Plains and maintain that academic eligibility. Also, you will receive a Bear Pass ID or an M number, as we like to call it. Your M number will stay the same when you transfer to Missouri State Springfield, and many of the classes are the same. They have the same course code, same course description, so certainly no issues with transferability. Our student portals are almost identical between the My Missouri State student portal and the My Grizzly Den student portal that's located at Missouri State West Plains. So we do have students, to answer that question again, we have students transfer all over the country. We have students who go right into the workforce after that one-year certificate or after the two-year certificates, but there are some benefits to transferring to our sister school in Springfield or continuing one of their bachelor's and master's programs offered here in West Plains.
Thank you. We also have another question. Let's see. Do I need to apply for admission if I've already taken dual credit courses at your campus? So even though you have taken classes for dual credit at our institution, you'll still need to apply as a first-time freshman and request your high school transcript to be sent to our campus. That way we can change your student type so you are degree seeking at our campus, and you can also apply for financial aid and possibly use your A+ scholarship as long as you have the A+ scholarship and you are eligible. Okay. And if we don't have time to get to every question, we will also receive a transcript of all of the questions that we've received. So we'll definitely get in contact with you. Or if you have any additional questions, definitely don't hesitate to drop them in the Q&A, and we can get back in touch with you with more details, maybe about degree programs or a little bit more about student life. I believe we have time for a couple more questions. Do you have student council? I was involved in student council in high school and would like to further in college.
So as I mentioned earlier, we have over 25 student organizations. The Student Ambassadors out of the Office of Admissions is one example of that. We have student organizations affiliated with politics, affiliated with religion, affiliated with just activities that students like to do, but our governing body for our student organizations is the Student Government Association. They are the voice of our students, and we have a very strong SGA cabinet, and the cabinet members each receive a scholarship, and then we have SGA members from across the campus and representing student organizations from across the campus. So yes, Student Council in high school, Student Government Association in college.
And another question, what does an average week look like for students taking classes? So an average week at our campus, so I was a student at Missouri State West Plains, so I have a little bit of insight of what student life is like. So as I mentioned earlier, at STAR orientation, so that will be before you begin taking classes. That's where you'll sit down and meet with an advisor to register for classes. So if you live within our 7-county service area and you are wanting to commute back and forth, so drive back and forth from your hometown to take classes at our campus, then you can definitely schedule your classes. You have more flexibility when it comes to scheduling. So if you want to take classes on Mondays and Wednesdays only, or Tuesdays and Thursdays, or Monday through Thursday, you definitely have that option. At our campus, we do not have classes on Fridays, so that would be a great opportunity to maybe go to the tutoring lab or have study groups or participate in student activities. We'll also have several student activities going on throughout the semester that you can participate in that are free to you. So definitely you want to take advantage of those. We also have Grizzly Athletics, so you can attend those events for free, as well as go to our pool and fitness center for free as well.
So I think that wraps up our time, and we just appreciate all of you who have chosen to spend this time with us. We are happy to answer any questions in the future, and definitely, again, check out our social media, check out our website, come and visit our campus, but thank you for giving us the opportunity to visit with you.
I want to take a moment to thank you for attending this session, and also thank you to our panelists for sharing with us some really great information about Missouri State University West Plains. It sounds like a wonderful place to continue your education. Just a quick reminder, after you close this window, you will have access to a very quick 4-question survey, and we appreciate any feedback that you might be able to give us. And don't forget, this is the last week of the virtual college exploration program, but you can continue to sign up for more sessions at www.moacac.org. And as a reminder, this session and all the sessions that we've offered will be available at that same website. Thank you again, and have a great evening.